Welcome to our walls, windows, and doors tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to go into some more detail on the walls and show you the different methods on drawing walls and just some different techniques you can use to hopefully help make your drawing experience go a lot smoother when you're doing the walls. So to start out, I'm going to zoom in here with my mouse scroll button so we can see some of the grid area. And then I'm going to select my walls, windows, and doors section here. And the first one we're going to show you is the wall sections. Here we have some pre-sized walls that you can just choose from. We'll go with a 6-inch by 8 foot. So we'll just place the wall here, a couple walls, and then right click to release. And now here you'll notice also with the grid, this is another good reason to keep the grid on. As I'm sizing here now, I'm actually moving this in 1-inch increments on the wall. So if you need to make some fine-tune adjustments, that's always handy to keep that on. So up here we can adjust our rotation, and then as you move two wall segments together, they'll actually snap together. If we need to change the wall length or set it to a certain length, all we do is just hit change, and let's set this to 12 foot. And again, this program will recognize tick marks, so if you just get in the habit of doing that, you don't need to spell out feet and inches. So now we have an actual 12-foot wall section here. When using these wall types, you can also just simply copy and paste. If you right-click and hit copy, and then right-click and hit paste, and you instantly just have another wall section you can use. Now I'm going to highlight and erase this, so I'm going to hold down my left mouse button while I drag. I'm going to highlight this group, and then I'm going to hit delete. And now let's show you the other wall tool here. So as we go over here, again, I like to normally set it to drawn 45-degree angles, and you'll see why here. It just allows me to draw 90s and 45s a lot easier. I will go ahead and have this to include a dimension label, so we'll just show you real quick. Here we have the dimensions being drawn, and you can see again as we're moving in 1-inch increments. Here we have a 12-foot wall. Now, just to show you, as you're drawing, you're going to notice this menu that pops up. It says F5 allows you to flip the wall. Now, we'll show you real quick by pressing that. So the wall just extends out, and this is for the purpose of here. You'll notice if you're going one direction or the other, you can move that wall to the other side there. So we're going to keep clicking through here, and here we have a wall. We just right click and we have our dimensions set. I'm going to erase this group now. Right click to deselect the walls, highlight that, and I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, and we're going to go back to that wall tool again, and I'm going to draw this from a little bit more of a distance here. So I'm going to click, and you're going to notice this menu come up again for flip the wall, or the other one is to enter wall size. Now this will allow you to create your outer boundary a lot quicker. So I'm going to hit F6. I want 12 foot. And then as soon as you enter that, it's going to extend it there. And then now you're left to do the next wall section. You just hit F6 again once you find your angle. And we're going to go 12 foot. And here we snap it right down. So let's move over to the direction again we want to go. F6, 12 foot again, and then one more time. And then now right click to unselect it. And now as you can see, we can move this section over. And as we're moving, you're also going to notice if you zoom in, it's actually still snapping here. Just makes things a lot nicer, keeps things in order. So this method is going to be a lot quicker for you to lay out your outer boundary if you know all your dimensions and everything. So then now we can move to the inner boundaries and work on some of the inside walls, and we'll show you a couple techniques on that too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to zoom out, and I have some dimensions in front of me, so I'm going to lay out this boundary that I have. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to go F6, and I have 38 feet 8 inches, 31 feet 6 inches, 38 feet 8 inches, 31 feet 6 inches. So here is my floor plan that we'll be working with here. So as you can see here, it's real simple. It allows us to get our boundaries laid out real quick, so you can see our actual measurements in place. Also, anytime you draw with that wall, you can also just unselect the dimension label if you don't want that, probably for like the inside walls and such. Here again, we have a 4-inch wall set, so our actual walls were set in 4 inches. If you want to change that, you would need to do that ahead of time, probably would be easier. To get your wall sections if you want it in 6-inch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place a couple windows and doors, and we're going to show you how to use the ruler here real quick. So we're going to drag this ruler just over to the area that we want, and I'm going to zoom in real close here because we want to get this ruler aligned right with the wall. So we move this ruler as close to the wall as we can, and then we're going to use these position arrows to get us a lot more accurate. We're going to move it both on the top and the left there. So now we're all aligned with our wall, and now we can use the measurements here to help us place a couple windows and doors. My first window is a 48-inch window, and it is at 4 foot 2 inches. So I'm going to zoom in here real quick. We got 4 foot, and because we are in 1-inch increments, we just count 1, 2. So we got 4 foot 2 inches. We have another window at 6 foot 5 inches, and it's also a 48-inch. So we're going to first move closer to the area, select our window. So we got 6 foot 8, 7, 6, 5 right there. And we can continue on using this method to finish placing our windows and doors. Another option, if your ruler is aligned to the edge of the page still, and you wanted to place, say, one more window or door, what you can do, which is handy because of the snap, just grab a line. You can just draw a line here, and in this case we have another window that's going to show up at 8 foot 11 inches. Just place a line, and it's going to be right after this window here. I'm going to scroll over a little bit, and here we have a window, and this window is going to be a 30-inch window. We're just going to place that right along the edge of the wall. Now I'm going to show you a method for creating rooms real quickly. Being a square room, all we need to do is just draw a square, and we'll set this to transparent. And let's go, my particular room I know is 12 foot 7 inches by 15 foot 2 inches. And again, because of the snap, allows us just to nice and easily put that right into the corner. And here we have the edge of our wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take the wall tool, and we're just going to line this. Actually, going up here, we're going to select the large drawing cursor and just start drawing a wall. Actually, I'm going to set that to no dimension label, and just draw that along the edge here. Right click to disable the wall, and then restart it up here. And here we just quickly have a room that's all set for us. So that might be handy for you to quickly lay out some rooms real quick, and then we can just punch in the doors and stuff at the proper dimensions. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's grab a door. And there we have our door. We can just move this square out of place here until we need to use it again for a different room. And then for labeling, let's just go and select a text box. This particular area is called the planning area. We'll just go planning, 12 foot 7 inches by 15 foot 2 inches. We'll put a little bit of space in between there. Apply changes, set ours to transparent, and then all you have to do is just copy this text box to the different areas that you want to label on your floor plan. This covers our walls, windows, and doors tutorial. On our next tutorial, we're going to go into a little more detail on setting up some of the drawing objects, bringing in things like appliances, and get in preparation for adding our electrical.